Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, it's maiden time for the YAK-11 STEADFAST from Hobby King. Thank you, Hobby King. We're gonna take it up and have a maiden with it. Now, we're at Aero Modelers Club in Avon Park, Club 4747 AMA. Wind is cross breeze, nasty out. Very turbulent up high because I've already flown another plane. And not really good conditions to maidens, so let's do it. And my neck strap's all.
Motor is angry. Gonna bite you.
We're gonna go down here because the wind, you know what, we'll go this way. Wind is directly across runway, so it doesn't really even matter which way I land. Timer set for 5 minutes. All right.
Starting the party over.
Okay. Don't think I need to worry about flaps right now. Okay. Right, left, up, down, right, left. All right. Here we go. Remember, it's a warbird, so you want to get that tail up off the ground. Definitely needs some.
The retracts are tucked away.
Needs a lot of right aileron.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Needs a lot of right aileron.
Could that just be because of the wind conditions?
Could be.
The gear is down. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Time remaining 3 minutes.
Actually, we're going to land from the other direction.
Landing flaps. Flaps up.
Okay. Okay, she definitely got the power.
Take off flaps. Time remaining 2 minutes. Landing flaps.
Whoa. All right. Definitely a successful maiden, as in she's not crashed. Definitely got to work an elevator to flap mix in because she wants to rise very badly. And she needed a ton of right aileron. A ton of right aileron. So we're going to, I'm going to work on this. You can keep filming, but I'm going to work on a flapped elevator mix real quick. I'll just edit this out, but I'll show what I do afterwards.
Take off flaps. Landing flaps. Flaps up.
Okay, we'll see if that's a little bit more manageable.
AS3X mode.
Okay. All right. Good flying once you get her sorted out, but she needed a butt ton of right aileron. I'm running a Turnigy 5000. That wind is now shifted out of the west, so I'm going to have to go back down here. All right, try this again.
Take off flaps.
Still got a good 2 minutes to fly. Let me get down here.
The retractor flaps up. Landing flaps.
Oh yeah.
Flaps up.
All right. All right, very little elevator to flat mix, or very little down elevator needed to hold inverted.
The gear is down. One minute.
All right.
Landing flaps. Flaps up. Seconds. Landing flaps. "20 seconds.
Oh. 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 When a plane is terribly out of trim and you got to get her trim in flight, that can take, and when she's big and heavy and super, I never had her full throttle that whole time. Never had her full throttle. And I can tell you right now, on the flaps, Takeoff flaps with a 10% down elevator is great. Landing flaps though with 22% down elevator is too much. So I'm going to take that to 18 instead. All right, still got 13 seconds. If I have enough battery left, we're going to take it up again.
Motor is nice. No bite.
All right, what I learned is that she needed a butt ton of right aileron. It may just be a little bit because of the cross breeze today, but that motor produces so much torque. Okay, let's see what kind of juice is left in the tank. 65%, so we're definitely going to take her up again and get this flap situation. Now, very little elevator was downward pressure was needed to hold inverted, but I didn't really fly inverted for that long. And I really didn't notice much with the AS3X turned on and turned off. So, all right, we're going to continue on. All right, we're going to try those flap settings now.
Takeoff flaps.
And let me go through the work and work the flap settings out for you so you don't have to. Oh boy. Good flying plane, you just got it. But it's like anything, once you get a plane trimmed out right, then you're in good shape. All right.
The rich flaps up. Battery is at death's door. Better land now.
It actually could push that battery just a little bit further forward also. All right, that was full speed.
The gear is down. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Landing flaps. One minute.
Whoa. Huh.
Motor is nice. No bite.
Well, cut the end of the, that was my own fault. I was didn't have enough elevator. I was trying to walk it on out. So we had to buy a new prop. Sorry, Hobby King, but I won't be able to continue on the Maiden until I get a new prop. So, but we learned now that my flap settings, we're not gonna, I just did the, we'll just go ahead and go over our settings right now so that we, I'm happy with my AS3X settings, okay? I'm happy with my flap settings now, and I'm happy with the way she's trimmed. But if you look, let me get the plane closer to you. But I took about a 1/4 inch off the end of both ends of the elevator, or the rudder. Let me get her turned around. Prop, I'm sorry, both ends of the prop. Look at the ailerons. Look at how much right aileron trim I need to keep the plane flying straight. Look at that. And that's just because I guess that motor just produces so much torque. And, but that's okay. My F4 Phantom has to have a lot of default right aileron also just to keep it flying straight. And so anyways, we were 1 minute and 9 seconds over. I'm kind of rattled now because I've damaged that prop. That really upsets me because now I got to come up with a new prop. And Hobby King, unfortunately, is famous for not keeping much in the way of stock, but they don't have a very big warehouse. And so they run out. So let me check the battery real quick. We'll go over our settings. Still a successful Maiden despite this little boo-boo. 55%. So here's what we have learned. Okay. You can set your timer for 8 minutes easy. Okay. The flying time. She needs a lot of right aileron. You can see how much right aileron she needs just to maintain flight because that motor, I truly believe it's because that motor is producing so much torque. All right, my final flap setting, which I'm now happy with, are flaps up or a negative 100%, takeoff or a negative
Flaps up.
or a negative 10%. They're split flaps with a 10% down elevator mix, and then that's them there. And then landing flaps is a positive 90% with 18% down elevator mix, and that's with a 2-second deployment.
Flaps up.
Okay. Rates I flew in were my high rates. Ailerons are at 75% with 30% expo. Elevator is 80% with 30% expo. Well, that's the aileron. That's the ailerons there. And then rudder is at 100% with 50% expo on it because I don't have a nose wheel gyro. This has a tail wheel. My AS3X settings. Gains are at 40, 40, and 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. That seemed to be very, locked in. Priority, all at 110 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Heading I did nothing with. Stop lock, all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with a release rate. Gains are set at one-time gains. And yeah, I'm a little rattled. I was trying to walk around, do a touch and go and take off. I had more than enough speed, but I didn't have enough aileron, enough elevator, and caught the prop, which that's a classic prop strike, completely pilot error, not any error of the plane itself. So these gear are absolutely incredible gear, absolutely incredible gear. They're pretty fast. They work real well. They've got good suspension. And I have absolutely no excuse for that prop strike because look at how much clearance there is from the prop to the ground with a gear rake forward like that. So that was completely pilot error there. So not the plane's fault. Well, anyways, Hobby King, thank you. I'm sorry I won't be able to complete the Maiden, but we know she flies inverted real well. We know that once you get right aileron, a lot of right aileron, she flies well. She's got some serious speed and power. And I just got to get a new prop now. I don't dare try to take her up with that prop because that'll throw the RPMs off. And that could cause a vibration, which causes damage to the motor. And next thing you know, you got this big pile of foam somewhere out in the field. So that's not good. Better to be safe than sorry. This is why I really, really wish companies, when they put these planes out, would include an extra prop. Throw an extra $5 on the price, but give us an extra prop all the time. With everything, it's got a prop. That should just be a standard. All right, y'all have a good and God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends. And that's the Maiden on the YAK-11 STEADFAST from Hobby King. Bye, y'all.